Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Actually, I wanted to open up something real quick. Okay, guys. So welcome back to the channel. Today we're pretty much going to be logging in and doing some vibe coding. Of course, as always, I don't have any music on right now. But mostly I wanted to come on here and show you guys how I grind on Upwork full time now. I wanted to show you guys how easy it is to get on here and well, how I've been doing this for months. Even when I was working for CVS, this is something I was doing like on the weekends. Like, nobody had any. That's why this is why I tell you guys like and why I'm so confident because I've always had money. Like I've always been okay. So it's like when you have that kind of backing, you can kind of be confident as far as like being able to speak your mind and speak up and have an opinion because you know that you're taking care of yourself, right? And so because I'm always grinding. So but anyways, what I essentially was doing was I was getting these jobs on Upwork and seeing how fast I can complete them using AI to kind of help me as my assistant. And now, we have this whole thing called vibe coding, quote unquote, right? And so I guess that's now the new thing, which is even though it's kind of crazy because that's what I've always been doing for like the past year now. I want to say before I even started this channel. But anyways, I was looking at a couple of jobs here, and I wanted to show you guys, just pick a few of them and just vibe code them up and show you guys how not how easy it is, but yeah, essentially how easy it is. So this one is looking for this is the so let's start with the first one here. This is an AI powered news platform, Spring Boot, Svelte, solid plus web scraping full CMS. Now, this one is a little bit much. I usually stick to front end stuff because there's no guarantee you'll get this job, right? And then this person doesn't even have they have phone number verified, payment method verified, but they don't have any jobs that they've ever paid for. So this is only for $200 fixed price. I don't know if that's like and there's a Dropbox link here. So I'm gonna just be honest, like some of these, don't click on these. Like this is probably a scam. I'm just gonna be honest. Don't click this link right here because this is probably something that can compromise you. It's a Dropbox link. So why would you put the full requirements into a Dropbox link? So that's just strange in itself. So we're gonna click off of this one. That's a sketchy one. So some of these platforms, even though you can make money on them and you're finding jobs on them like LinkedIn, be careful of scams because they're like rampant. Anyways, front end React Next.js developer to transfer Figma designs to a website for a well-known startup. So this is for $2,400. We are a well-known startup seeking senior front-end developer to join our team. You'll play a crucial role in bringing our custom website designs to life. You will be responsible for assisting our development team in transferring these Figma designs to a fully functional website using React.js. Okay, all right. So this is a good one, but they didn't include any of the design, any like example designs. So it's hard for this one. I mean, you can submit a proposal, um, but unless you have a bunch of jobs, you know what I mean. Like it's gonna that, especially you want to demonstrate that you can do this. And so normally how I do that is if they include a screenshot or a website already, I'll normally just go ahead and do the job and then submit the proposal with the job done. But this one, this might not be. This is one we have to skip. So that's fine. What we can actually do. So we're searching for a talented that we can do. We can do all of these. It's just let's find one we can do quickly and without having to like actually go through and like, with that one with the Figma one, we have to like come up with an idea of like a Figma design, create a Figma design, and then take that Figma design and put it into a website and make a video. And that video will be our cover letter. Need dev to build Stripe demo that auto splits payments. Node.js, Python, Stripe, unit testing. I'm looking for a build a demo version of a product service. If it is a payment process system, automatically splits incoming Stripe payments to multiple sub. Okay, so this project with involves. Okay, yeah, it's a little too more. It's a little too involved. It's crazy because you're seeing a lot of back end jobs on Upwork now. When I was on here, months ago, there was still a lot of front end stuff, but I think the whole vibe coding thing has started to take more of the front end stuff off of the table. There's more people just like knowing that you can kind of get those jobs and do them easily. And there's front end tools where you can like generate a full front end website in a few minutes. Full stack developer to join our team, enhancing our existing code base. Update React, telehealth, AWS. Yeah, see some of the I'm actually certified in AWS. Some of these, like, software engineer to help create and reverse engineer an online pricing calculator. Help build a template pricing calculator you use across few. We have an example of a few prices that we like to use in this spreadsheet. Have me create on. You write the code for the calculator and have me write Excel pricing logic that feeds into the calculator as well. Write Excel pricing logic. This is probably something we can do. Happy to provide examples upon request. Looking for enhancements. This is one we could probably do. Okay, so let's do this one. So we're gonna pop it into our chat GPT here. This is one we can do. Let's see here. We'll use Code Companion for this. Now, I mean, I would think using my own, 200 IQ knowledge, I would guess that this is like, this is a guaranteed way of getting a job. I mean, literally doing the job first and then submitting a proposal. But I've done this a lot, and sometimes I don't get the jobs, so it's just like it kind of sucks. But then that thing just goes right on my portfolio, so it's like, you know what, I built this, and then also you can, you can offer those things. You don't just, you got to figure out how to monetize your code at the end of the day. From the post, here's what the client needs. Hold on, let me So we just prompted that we got one viewer in here. What's up? What's up? How's it going? So we got one viewer in here. What we're doing is we're building out. We're on Upwork right now, and I'm showing you guys how easy it is to get on Upwork and grind using AI as like your coding assistant to complete jobs and then submit the proposals with the completed jobs. So what we're building right now is a template pricing calculator usable across multiple websites, built by an experienced engineer. And then what we need is the hard part about this is we need Excel logic that feeds into the calculator, pricing formulas and business. It's not hard, but it's just vague because we don't know what they need. So do they want the calculator embedded on the sites? Will they upload Excel sheets that power the logic, or do we extract and convert Excel formulas into code? Is the styling supposed to be customizable per site? So, but what we'll do is we'll still build an MVP that kind of checks the basics and in React, and then what we'll do is pricing calculator, or maybe in CodePen actually. Well, let me see. Yeah, I'll build it in CodePen actually. So let me see. So now we're on CodePen. Let's create a new pen. So this is the one we're gonna work on next. So this is, I don't think I clicked on the one. Okay, so we have it up here. Okay, so all right. So we have our JavaScript code. So I do like to do things like this. I'm gonna do it in CodePen because number one, I mean, I guess you could use StackBlitz, which is another IDE. CodePen is more for like more basic stuff. So I could use StackBlitz, but I'm gonna see what kind of result I can get. Just using basic, JavaScript, CSS, and what have you. So pricing calculator, calculate $10. Okay, so this is a proxy. So it's a little bit hard because we don't know what exactly. Let me see. Next step: test it locally, deploy it to GitHub pages, add a file, re-upload object. They want to actually. Let's see. Yeah. So with this, what we can do is we can make it look a lot better, right? So let's make it look amazing. And one sec, let's see. Yeah, because this is very basic, so I don't want to just, we're gonna submit a proposal for this with this with this calculator, and then we're also gonna have like, the questions. Um, like, so let me see, let me take you guys through this. So we have this basic MVP, right? So now, let's say, for example, this is something that we have this MVP. So what you do next is those questions that we were going through earlier, as far as like clarifying the requirements. We'll go through those and we'll say, okay, let's send those to the customers or send those to the potential clients. So we'll host a demo. Well, this is already being hosted on CodePen. This is my account. Then we'll send a proposal, right? Submit a proposal, right? Just draft a simple, hey, how are you? I'd love to help you build a clean, reusable pricing calculator for your websites. I've already put together a quick working MVP to give you a feel for the direction. Here's the demo link. And you tell them what this version supports, and then you include your clarifying questions. And that's pretty much it. Like, we're once I improve the styling on this, we're essentially done. Now a lot of you might say, oh, well, you just copy and paste it. I mean, well, yeah. I mean, what do you want me to? I mean, what do you want me to do? There's no special. I mean, I make this look a lot easier than it actually is, to be honest. But just update your head. Let me update my. What is happening right now? I think me being live. Hold on, let me see something real quick. There's a little bit too much going on here. Okay, so let's close this. Yeah, Upwork, for some reason we got to keep only one tab open because. Okay, I have these open. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was. Close that. I think we're running out of laptop batteries getting low. I'm wondering, like a MacBook is never slow. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so now for the guys who might say, "Oh, well, you just copy and paste it." Well, yeah, I did copy and paste because it works. With stuff like this, you're gonna find that you don't really need to do a whole. Now, once you get into like generating code that includes a bunch of logic, you're gonna have to go in and often debug, fix errors that are being introduced, right? Because AI isn't perfect. Right? I make it look a lot easy. I make it look really easy because I've been using AI for a while, so I know my way around. But this is not as easy as it seems. So right now, this is kind of throwing me off. Okay, so let me just replace the entire head tag. This is still throwing me off because it's still like moving very slow, and I don't know why. Let's close that. What do we have open? I know I'm streaming, but gosh. Yeah, I don't know if I can stream. I might have to get back to making videos. Streaming might be a little bit too stressful on this. Let me just check something. So this is using, yeah, Upwork is using a gig. Yeah, I have to get these jobs from Upwork and then like have them already ready. So this is one that we're gonna do. Let's close Upwork because that thing is like really making my system slow. Okay, so we're back. We're back. Okay, we're back. Yeah, we might have to end the stream, guys, and just make a video. So we'll finish this and then I'll just get back to making these videos. So we're gonna go ahead and submit this proposal. This still looks pretty basic. I mean, this still looks pretty basic. Let me see. Go to premium. Okay, that's $20. So I'll save this pin. Call it price calculator. Right. We'll save. And now we'll just submit a proposal with this, right? Now we use AI to quickly complete that job and we'll just submit a proposal. But I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. It's a little bit tough stream. I'm actually trying to have, an IDE open, and there it is. Now it's moving a little bit smoother. Okay, so I don't know what that, maybe it was just a low battery. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so that's a little better. So now all we do is we submit this proposal. Let me get back on my Upwork. Okay, so we submit that proposal. If I can find it, I don't even know if I can find the job that it was for. Holy moly, probably should have saved that. So, software engineer to reverse engineer an online pricing calculator. Okay, this was posted yesterday. Has already been 20 proposals. No worries, no worries. So yeah, we'll submit this. We'll submit a proposal for this one. Right? It cost so we'll apply. So I'll apply for this one. Let me see. While I do that though, I don't know if I want to have you guys on screen while I apply for this. So I'll leave you guys right here on the pricing calculator. We'll drag this off. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply for this job right here. Live. Gonna do it live. Client's budget is $50 an hour. All right. Upwork does take a 10% freelancer fee. Now let's include a cover letter. Now normally when I'm doing job proposals, I normally have let me see. So somebody just, man, it's tough because you got, when you do these, you want to pretty much put yourself in first place, because it doesn't matter if this doesn't get seen, then it doesn't really matter, you know. So let me see. Let me put in my cover letter here. I don't know what this person's first name is. But anyways, and now we'll grab our demo link for the pricing calculator. Auto save, private, no. Bookmarks, okay, so I think this is just a link right here. Whoops. Open this back up. So I'm just submitting a proposal right now. So we'll bid this for 63 connects. Submit it with our general profile. Got our cover letter in there. And then we'll include some screenshots, whoops, of the pricing calculator. Of course. See, upload that. What else can I upload? I need to make a folder of screenshots that I have for stuff like this. Let's see. Well, I actually do have a few screenshots that I can use. Let's see. That's a recording. Oh, that was actually a recording I uploaded. That wasn't a screenshot. This is a news app. Code Explorers. March Web 2. Oh, nice. Got some of the games that we've been building out right here. Oh, that file is too large. So we got to keep it to just a few seconds for a screenshot. I actually have to update my resume because I have a bunch of stuff that I've been building and I haven't updated it. Okay. So yeah, we'll go ahead and send this. Select set bid to enter your connects. So 63 connects. We'll set the bid. Now we're in first place. So we'll send this for 82 connects. I only got 200 and I only have 200 connects. So you can only do this for like certain jobs, I guess I want to say. So we submitted the proposal. So yeah, and that's pretty much how you do. I mean, that's pretty much all you do. Now I don't know. Let me see. AI ad tech MVP. So here's another one I just found, guys. Let me pop it up back in here. So we just did this one right here. Now here's another one we have. This one says looking for a freelance developer to build an MVP for an AI ad network. We got 3 people in here. What's up, guys? What are you making? Are you a game developer? Yes, I'm the software engineer that used to work for CBS. And let me show you a few things. Let me show you guys a few things while I have you guys up. So we just built a pricing calculator for. So what we're doing right now to answer your question is we're doing Upwork jobs. I'm showing you guys how I grind on Upwork daily. You don't really, I don't want to say you don't need a job as a developer, but when you get this skill, it's best to go out and look for work as opposed to like just, I want to say begging for jobs. So I'll teach people how I grind and do just that. So so here's a basic like if you're into games, I just recently got into 3.js, like really heavy and building out a framework and a bunch of games. So this is like a basic character selection screen. As you can see, like this is like a basic template, a foundation for like creating a game character selection screen. So, you have choose your hero. These basic shapes you have here are just like characters that are being created with 3.js. I have a better version of this that like has actual characters all created with the code. So you don't need to like have game assets and all of that. You can do everything with the code. So I'm still working on the framework for this, so you guys can like come in and make your own games very easily. This is just one page, and then let me see. So yeah, Tony, hope that answers your question, Tony. And besides that, we have this FPS starter game here, right? So this is a very foundational starter kit for a FPS game. This is all free. This is on my code pen. So if you want to make your own game, this is like what they give you. If you go into Roblox and you see like Roblox create a game, this is what they give you. You see like the people are moving at you slowly. It's like a zombies kind of. It's like a zombies game. And once you get hit, your health goes down, and then you pretty much have to restart. So this is like a basic zombie starter template. So yeah. So but yeah, I hope that answered your question, Tony. Sorry, I wasn't really looking at the chat. I didn't know that there was 3 people in here. But anyways, let's get back to what I was doing. So like I said, we're grinding on Upwork right now. So this next job we have is freelance developer for AI ad tech MVP, SDK plus affiliate integration. So looking for a freelance developer to build an MVP for an AI ad network. This role includes creating a simple SDK API to integrate with AI chat apps, pulling affiliate order offers from APIs, and serving contextual ads based on user queries. This project involves backend development, affiliate feed integration, and a basic front end for testing ad placement. So this is probably one we could do. I'll have to make it. I can't do this one on stream though, because this one requires a little bit. Anything that I'm building that like has a back end, and then you have to build an SDK. This is a little more involved, so it's going to take maybe like an hour or two, as opposed to like just a few minutes. But we'll save that one for maybe a separate video when I'm off stream, so I can focus a little more on that one. It's hard for me to focus on kind of focus on the chat and be talking to people and whatnot. My development process is more of a silent process. This is a full stack engineer needed. Growing B2B platform helping financial advisors. I'm looking for something. This is a gamified multi-seller marketplace, web MVP. So we're building a web-based multi-vendor marketplace platform for a niche e-commerce vertical. The platform will enable independent sellers to create customizable storefronts, list products, and engage with buyers in a gamified environment. We're looking for a highly skilled full-stack developer or a small dev team to help us build a responsive, modern MVP with long-term scalability. And this is probably something we could do, especially since we have these 3.js templates that we've been working on recently. So we can start from there literally. This is not a basic Shopify style store. Think of it more like a niche version of Etsy or StockX, where multiple vendors operate under a single marketplace experience with some exciting engagement features layered in. Project scope. The MVP will include buyer and seller user roles, including storefront switching, okay, customizable seller storefronts, banners, logos, featured listings, global catalog system with search filter capability, cart and checkout system that supports multi-seller orders, Stripe integration with seller-specific payout logic, SP-based gamification system for buyers and sellers, XP badges, progress levels, admin dashboard for moderation and oversight, ideal tech stack. So Next.js or React, Node.js or Firebase. Okay, payment, Stripe. Building. So this is something I could do, especially since we already have Stripe implementation. This is going to take a few hours though, for sure. Please include a short message explaining your marketplace again. List similar platforms you built. So yeah, we could build an MVP for this, but this is going to take a couple of hours, like I said, a couple of hours at least, because there's so much involved. Like, first of all, it's gamified, so that's already a lot in itself. Like, it's a gamified experience. Then it's a marketplace, so it's e-commerce. So that's always like going to be a super involved project. Normally, that's a project where you need a couple of people